The largest glass art experience is back for the 53rd year in a row.
Shantae Passmore is kind of becoming our resident glass art expert. It seems like every month or so she's blowing glass or doing something that I know. What?
Hey, good morning. Hard to believe the mice that you're looking at this morning completely made out of glass. And as Aaron, co-owner of Habitat Gallery here in Royal Oak, was explaining to me, there's more than just glass blowing. Walk us through, because I'm really impressed with that. There's different ways of making, the art we're seeing here right now.
Yeah, it's incredible. Every artist has their own style and technique. They've learned from the masters who have taught them. They've blown glass, as you described.
Yes.
They can work on it cold and paint glass. You could even take piles of sand and fuse it together to create something magical. There's so many different techniques, and people can come here to Habitat and learn about it.
Well, let's talk about Glass53.
Yeah.
It's a big year. What is that?
So it's our 53rd year of celebrating this exhibition. And it started back in 1971, and glass has gotten bigger and bigger and more impressive. The techniques, like you said, have gotten more impressive as well. But when you come and see this show, you're seeing over 400 works of art from around the world, right here in Royal Oak, Michigan, and it's something you've got to come see because it can change your life.
Something I was learning this morning, you were mentioning here at Habitat Gallery, this is the world's oldest and largest contemporary glass art gallery?
Yeah, and this show is the longest annual exhibition happening from around the world, right here in Royal Oak. We've been here since 1971, and everybody's welcome to come see it and see some of the historic works that we have in the back and the brand new works for the show.
Real quick, do you have any favorites? I know it's probably hard to select when there's hundreds of pieces of here.
There's so many favorites. This particular piece right next to us, we'll talk about real soon, by Michael Janis, celebrates childhood and fantasy. You saw the mice earlier. There's hidden details about this. Don't tell anybody. There might be some
they
mouse
have to come here to see
the work, but it's very, very cool.
And then real quick, grand opening. This is going through the weekend, but the grand opening is tonight.
Tonight at 8 o'clock. We want people to come and celebrate the show. Bring their friends and family. The tickets are free. They're online at habitat.com. Come and check it out.
All right, the grand opening at 8, but if you want to beat the crowd, as Aaron told me earlier, it gets started at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we 11 to 5. There's hours for people who want to come see the show and not be in the crowd, but the big grand opening is at 8 p.m.
And then again tomorrow from 12 to 5. We'll send it back over to you guys.
I am blown away by the detail, right?
Good word choice there.
See?
Yeah. Like you didn't think about that for the whole last 2 minutes.
No, not at all.
All right, well, yeah, that is beautiful. It's kind of a little scary, but beautiful.
That's all right. Thanks, Shantae.
It was giving me Ratatouille vibes.
It is Free Comic Book Day, and State of Comics in Plymouth invites you to join them for some family fun events.
I bet this is going to have a pretty big turnout. The event starts at 11 a.m., goes until 6 p.m. You can head to State of Comics for free comics, cosplay contests, kids coloring stations, even meet and greets with WWE superstar Ethan Page, trade-in play games, free face painting for kids, and much more. Again, that's happening today from 11 through 6.
It's a long list.
That is. That was a fun time. Well, speaking of something fun that's happening, if you didn't know, the Kentucky Derby is happening today. I think I have my hat somewhere.
No, it wouldn't fit down there.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. I can't even get it in studio. It's happening today with more than 10,000 people expected to go to the race in person.
20 horses and 18 trainers will be featured, and one horse will wait in reserve. You can watch the Derby right here on Local 4. Coverage starts at 2:30 this afternoon.
I also like the names of the horses.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Who's your favorite?
I think there was someone I saw, like Mystic.
I was going to bring that up, yeah.
Mystic Dan or something. I was like, okay. Well, we are checking back in with our Shantae Passport this morning.
She is live over in Royal Oak with a preview of the Glass53 Festival.
Oh.
Hey, happy Saturday. There is so much to see here. Of course, we're giving you a sneak peek, as you mentioned, of Glass53. And joining us is one of the glass artists, Michael Janis. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Shantae. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, you were telling me earlier that most of the things that we're seeing here, your artwork, about 4 layers of glass. This is called shifting shadows. What's the concept behind it?
Well, you know, we live in times that we want to express stories about ourselves, and that's what this piece is about. A lot of times we feel kind of taken out of ourselves. So I love the glass because it's so expressive. You can use color, and for these images, I'm actually using crushed glass to make the imagery. So anything that looks like a figure is something that I've drawn with powdered glass.
Right, because earlier I said, oh, this must be like a photograph, and you said, no, I made this with crushed glass.
Yes, it's so malleable, and I love the way that heat and time will make the glass something else into something special. And that's where the magic is. I mean, that is the story of our lives, that we are transforming ourselves ideally into a better being, and that's what I love to use color for.
Now, you're based out of D.C.,
Yes.
but you've been coming to Habitat Gallery to have your artwork shown here. What do you like coming here in Detroit, especially at Habitat Gallery?
Well, Habitat is where it's all happening. They are a world-class gallery. You have people from all around the world who show here, so you get a bit of a trip to here. And then also the place is fantastic. It's like stepping into a movie set. But Detroit is where there's such a great vibe in the arts, so that's why we actually come early so we can hang out a little bit in this town, because it's just a great place.
And then, so one more time, what kind of technique do you use here with your artwork?
Well, I'm using a technique called sgraffito, and that's based on Italian for little scratch, because I'm just kind of scratching through the powder to make the imagery.
Oh.
It's labor intensive, it's
Okay.
fussy, but it gives such beautiful results.
I was just going to say, beautiful. All right, here, we are giving you, of course, a sneak peek. So Glass53 opens today. The hours are from 11 to 5, but I was getting a little bit of help there from off screen there. But of course, our grand opening is at 8 o'clock. And then if you want to beat the crowds, you can come also again tomorrow between 12 and 5 again here in Royal Oak.
We are just blown away, to borrow your
see that?
phrase,
Yeah.
by some of the artwork there, and of course the detail and how different all the different types of art there are. Okay, thank you. Yeah, like just when you take a
The
closer
coloring
look,
too. Like it's amazing.
look at the eyes and the hair. Yeah,
Very
that is
cool.
fantastic.
Very cool.
You need to give yourself time when you go out there to fully explore. Shantae, thank you so much. Well, there's a show happening in Metro Detroit right now that has brought artists from across the world over to Royal Oak.
It's called Glass53, the International Glass Exhibition, running now through the end of the summer. And that's where Shantae Passmore is this morning out in Royal Oak. Shantae, you've been showing us some pretty cool artwork all morning.
Oh.
Good morning. There is so much to see here, you guys, as we're giving our viewers back at home a sneak peek of Glass53. And Robert Mickelson, I had a feeling you were kind of a big deal because you actually have your own room. Good morning, traveling all the way from Florida.
Good morning. I'm very glad to be here.
We're so glad to have you here. All right. So walk me through a little bit about your pieces, the designs. What are we looking at exactly?
Well, this is a new series of mine. And what sets this series apart from previous work is that all of this work is designed on the computer. I use a program called Blender. And Blender is an open source freeware 3D modeling and animation program that is actually gaining some renown now since it's making full-length Hollywood movies. And I use it to create my pieces. And I create them in their entirety. I develop the design all the way to the end in the program. And then I make it out of glass.
That's incredible because you said you've been working with glass since 1973, but with the computer software program, you've been using it since about a year ago. I want to show off this piece in the back. It's known as Weapons, one more time?
Weapons of Peace.
Weapons of Peace.
Yes, this is in the Aztec M60.
Oh, wow. And so what is that exactly? I mean, I know it's a weapon, but just the
M60
idea.
is an automatic weapon. And I want people who are gun enthusiasts to be able to recognize it. That's important to me. So we do use a template designed from the original weapon, but this one is so highly stylized that it gets a lot of it kind of gets buried under all the imagery that we have here. The Aztec is the theme, and so you see a lot of Aztec imagery all over the piece.
And you were telling me moments ago, the computer generation component before you even start working with the glass, that kind of takes more of your time before you actually start working with the material.
In many cases, yes, the computer design takes longer because I'm working on it for hours and hours, and that's where all the experimentation and exploration happens. Not many people realize that the path of creation is not a straight line. It is like a rat in a maze. You're always doubling back and changing your mind and coming up with new ideas and experimenting and then discarding ideas, and it's a very convoluted path. And so that path is the same on the computer as it is with any other form of expression. And so I get all the same experiences. I get the joy, the frustration, the elation of the eureka moments all happen on the computer exactly the same way they normally happen while I'm working with the glass.
Now, real quick before we send it back to the studio, do you have a favorite piece in this room? Could you do it? Could you name one?
It depends on where in the room I'm standing. If I'm standing over there, it's that piece. If I'm standing over here, it's this piece.
I see what you're doing here, Robert.
If I had to pick one, it would be the one up in the front there that's called So Long and Thanks for the Fish.
Oh, and that one is very beautiful. Okay, folks, so much to see here. Glass53, the hours are from 11 to 5. That's for those who may want to avoid the big crowds, because actually the grand opening is at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, it'll open again tomorrow from noon to 5. We'll send it back over to you guys.
Well, first of all, the artwork is simply amazing. But I do want to ask, this man has to do some kind of voiceover or radio work.
Yeah.
He could put me to sleep with that smooth voice.
Smooth jazz.
You did great. They're complimenting on how great your voice is.
I remembered not to pick my nose so often.
Oh, there we go. See, it's the little things.
And a sense of humor.
So anyway, that was fun.
Thanks,
Live
Shante.
TV's.
Speaking of a sense of humor, Mother Nature.
I know.
What's up with that?
Because she's not getting the message.
No.
It is May, ma'am. We need to warm up a little, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Okay, okay.
I wish we could warm it.
What's happening here? Yeah, there's a little race coming through.
Little vroom vroom is gonna happen. You do it so much better. I tried though. I tried.
We'll try it again?
Vroom. No, he's okay. Well, I tried. Happening today, one of the largest glass art experiences in the world is right here in Metro Detroit.
Shante Passmore live at Glass53 in Royal Oak. Hey, Shante.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, we've been having so much fun giving you and everyone back at home a sneak peek of what to expect at Glass53. And part of this weekend's event includes a little bit of glass blowing demonstration here at Axiom Glass. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning.
Now, you were telling me that this is probably one of your most popular items that people like to purchase for their homes. This is known as the Thorn Vessel. Isn't this beautiful? It's lovely.
Absolutely.
And the guys behind us are actually making something very similar to this. So walk us through the process a little bit.
Yep, so right now we have Jared Munchnick and Spencer Farrow making one of our Thorn vessels. We have this design. This is our most popular design from Andrew Madvin, and it's made in many different colors and sizes. Currently, Jared has a gather of glass right now. It's about, he's gathering out of a 2100 degree furnace and bringing them to Spencer, who has a bubble already made. And each time he brings the thorn over, it gets cut, and all the beauty of this piece is made like one piece at a time.
That's incredible. And so hard to believe, because at certain times it looks like it's going to be orange or brown, but you were saying it's going to be this color, which is lagoon.
Yes, it's going to be lagoon. This is actually a color bar. This is how we use and where we get our color from. We break it into tiny chunks, which we then pick up onto a pipe, blow into it like a piece of gum, and it expands, giving us the lagoon color that you see on the finished piece right
It's
here.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, how long would it take the guys to finish something like this, the Thorn Vessel?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, one more time, this is all part of Glass53, their show here. Your demonstration is going to be from 6 to
6:30 to 8.
There we go.
6:30 to 8 tonight. There is an open house live demo event happening here before the Habitat party that starts at 8. The grand opening.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. Awesome. Very good. We got a full screen up there. Again, the grand opening is at 8 o'clock. But also, if you want to avoid the crowd, you can come out here between 11 to 5 today, and then tomorrow from 12 to 5. Free admission, but they are asking people to register for tickets online. We'll send things back over to you guys.
The precision.
I know, right? And the attention to detail.
I don't have the patience.
No, neither do I. No. Thanks, Shante.
What was that going to be?
No, I'm just like.